Continuing coverage now, powerful testimony today during a preliminary hearing for a former group home worker in Mobile accused of killing a patient.
Yeah, Trent Yates is charged with the brutal beating death of 21-year-old Matthew Cox, whose mother said he had autism. A detective testified this morning about what Yates told him during questioning.
Our Steve Alexander live now from Government Plaza with the rest of the story.
Yeah, preliminary hearings often present some new information, and that was the case today. Police had already said that they had learned that Trent Yates had abused Matthew Cox both physically and verbally before his death. And investigators believe Yates stomped on Cox, killing him. As Trent Yates stood in court today, Mobile Police Detective Nick Grapeau testified he was called to Spring Hill Medical Center for a suspicious death. The detective testified Trent Yates called 911 from the group home and asked that Matthew Cox be taken to the hospital. Grapeau testified Yates told him Cox had gotten out of bed, and Yates noticed Cox had gone to the bathroom on himself, fell down, and passed out. The detective said Yates told him he accidentally stepped on Cox's stomach on the way to go get towels to clean up.
The testimony was that the defendant told him that he accidentally stepped on Matthew when he was trying to call 911, and the testimony was today from the pathologist that the injuries are absolutely not consistent with that.
The autopsy showed extensive injuries to Cox's internal organs, and the medical examiner said the injuries were consistent with someone stomping on Cox with their foot. Defense attorney Joseph Dennis was appointed to the case last week.
We were limited in the information that we could get by the court, so we didn't get that much information. I am so sorry for this young man's family, but we didn't get much information today.
After hearing the testimony, Judge Joe Basenberg decided to send the case to a grand jury. Family members and friends left without speaking.
I think today's an emotional day for them to hear those words out loud and in the courtroom, and to be in that courtroom with the defendant. And they knew him because he was someone that they had trusted and someone that was responsible for caring for Matthew.
And Yates remains in jail tonight on a $200,000 bond. Reporting live from Government Plaza, Steve Alexander, Fox 10 News.